Rabbi Epstein, thank you for classes that I remember being very precise, entertaining, full of enthusiasm, full of a love of logic. Thank you for the passion that you exhibited for your subject and for your students. Thank you for your individualized attention.
I wanted to take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude for the impact that you had on my life as my Gemara teacher, mentor, and just incredible role model.
I think my passion for learning Gemara really started in high school. It was clear that Rabbi Epstein really cared about each individual student. Learning wasn't something that was confined to the classroom, something that we might want to incorporate into our lives outside of school. So I did.
Rabbi Epstein, I want to thank you for offering me two of the most empowering experiences that I've had as a Jewish woman. The first was at my bat mitzvah. Being able to lean as part of the women's tefillah group was an incredible experience, and one that I'm still proud of today. What's more, the fact that I was able to be there on the day with a sense of knowledge and confidence is a testament to your abilities.
Thank you, Rabbi Epstein, for being the only teacher to teach girls Gemara when I was there, for making Gemara fun and interesting and really worth learning.
I just wanted to say thank you. Any minute not learning was a minute wasted in your eyes. Oh, I remember it was like the last day of class and we had a fire drill and there was literally 5 minutes left of class and you made us all go back into class and learn.
Thank you for teaching us.
Just as class would be nearing its end, Rabbi Epstein would say, "Oh, we have 30 seconds. Okay, we still have time for another sugya." When you're faced with somebody who has that much enthusiasm for what they're teaching, it's hard not to capture that enthusiasm yourself.
Before class had finished, before the bell had rang, he would be outside the door looking in, and we always knew we would laugh, like, Rabbi Epstein's waiting for us. He really showed us that learning Gemara, this is one of the most important things you're going to do while you're at CTA.
It wasn't just a class on Gemara or a class on academics. It was a class about how to live as good Jews in the 21st century.
He had infinite patience for us. He cared about us so much while we were in the class. He cares about the individual students, and he still does. Every time I see him, I start going over in my head how many chavrutas I have, how many learning commitments, what are the names of the Masechtot, because he's going to ask me, and if I can't roll them off right away, then he'll get worried about my learning. So I have to keep it in mind.
Oh, it's so true. Were you learning? No, Rabbi Epstein, I was teaching, but still, thank you. It came from you.
You taught us more 5-syllable words than I've learned from anyone else, including retroactively and juxtaposition. You also taught us concepts like kal v'chomer, logical arguments that I still use today.
I had a lot of great Gemara skills going into Israel.
The Rosh Yeshiva was giving a shiur to all the girls in the seminary, and the source sheet he was using, the photocopy had cut off the bottom of the Gemara. And then he asked, does anyone know what happens, the conclusion of the Gemara? And I was able to actually quote the entire Gemara because I had already learned it in high school with Rabbi Epstein. When I graduated and went to Bravenders, I remember taking the Talmud placement exam, which was incredibly easy because one of the passages they picked was something that we had studied together in Brachot. And they were placing me in the classes, and I remember they put me in the second highest class because they said that even though I did so well in the exam, they couldn't imagine that a student from Columbus would be able to be in their top Gemara class. So needless to say, proved them wrong, moved up, and did very well the rest of the year. But that was a testament to the training that we got at CTA.
With Rabbi Epstein's encouragement, I went to Israel for the year and learned Gemara. It was a great experience for me.
Thank you, Rabbi Epstein, for teaching us so much. We really appreciate the time, effort, and patience that you devoted to us.
Your commitment to our classes inspired us to value Torah study even more. We are truly so lucky to have you as a teacher, and we can't wait to see you when we get back. Bye, Rabbi Epstein.
At Nishmat, there was this new way of learning. When you learn Gemara, you learn it with a Tanakh right next to you. And everyone was so excited about this new idea. But for me, it was very old because that's how Rabbi Epstein always taught us to do it.
when I went into Orot, the one area in which I was ahead of everybody else was in Gemara. All these kids had amazing Tanakh, and their Hebrew was so much better than me. But when it came to Gemara, I had a leg up because I had spent 4 years learning from Rabbi Epstein.
So it's a question. Isn't it obvious? Do we already realize? Okay. So it's sricha. No. It's not obvious. We still need it.
You inspired me to really think about Talmud as a discipline, and that shaped my whole college career. And I remember you told me in high school that you wanted Florence and I to send you a copy of the first book that we publish. And if it was about Gemara, then all the better. When I published my thesis, it was about Berdichevsky and how he incorporated Talmud and Agadah into modern Hebrew literature. I'm certainly incredibly grateful to have had you as a teacher.
Thank you for modeling for us a deep curiosity, and thank you for teaching us.
I didn't just have a teacher, I have someone who's a mentor and who's sort of looking after us for the rest of our lives, who cares about what direction we're going in and what direction our Judaism is taking.
It's just nice to have another person in my corner cheering me on, and it's great that that relationship has continued outside of high school.
I want to thank you for your years of commitment to the women who you taught at CTA. For most of us, coming into your Gemara class was the first time that we'd ever experienced the subject. And more than just teach us the topic, you taught us a certain way to think, a certain way to look at arguments. And it's that mode of thinking that sticks with us. And none of us will ever lose that.
We appreciate all your years of teaching. Thank you, Rabbi Epstein. So give us a should I say like your hands, your knees. Ready? Okay.
Very precise.
Finally, I have to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for teaching me about the city of Pumbedita.
Rabbi Epstein, I'm still Jewish.